Hey rollers, I've got some more premium white belt content for you today. This is a match between Ethan in the blue gi and Lewis in the white, and it contains some inspirational grit. The guys didn't waste any time getting into it. They crashed together and then Ethan fell back and quickly shot forward to get top control and 2 points. This is actually pretty slick. It looks like he was going for a collar drag trip like this one, but when that failed, he used his speed and momentum to finish the takedown. It looks like Lewis was a strong guard player and very comfortable on his back. He did a great job of using his collar grip, frames, and hooks to keep his aggressive opponent from passing his guard. He constantly pivoted to keep Ethan centered in front of him, and he always kept inside position with at least one of his feet. It went on like this for a while. You can see how this strong posture control and defensive positioning was beginning to frustrate Ethan, and he eventually got a bit careless in his pass attempt. Our view is blocked a bit, but you can see that Lewis trapped Ethan's underhook, and meanwhile he was controlling his left arm. With a bit of wiggling and adjusting, he was able to shoot his right leg up and triangle his legs. Ethan made a strong first defensive move when he applied some neck pressure, pushed forward, and stacked Lewis, compressing everything and trying to pop the triangle open. Lewis managed the situation very well, digging under for a strong angle and pinching his knees together to keep the triangle tight. He briefly had the arm extended and everything looked very bad for Ethan. Somehow, he survived the initial squeeze and came up to combat base. Lewis adjusted his lock on the triangle and he may have relaxed the squeezing pressure for now, realizing that he would need to wait until he had a strong angle again. He had been working on this triangle for close to a minute, and that can really fatigue the legs. Before you start feeling sorry for Lewis though, remember that Ethan had been defending this triangle for an extended time too. His breathing had been obstructed, and I'm sure those early squeezes started closing up his blood flow at least a little bit. While this battle rages on, why don't you hit like and subscribe? It would help out my channel a lot. Also, please drop a comment as well. I'd love to hear from you. Back to this never-ending triangle. Lewis found himself at a strong angle again and tried pulling down on the head. This has got to be suffocating, and I can't believe he's not tapping to this. The ref can't believe it either, and she checks to make sure he's not going out. Then she does some puzzling gestures. I think she's comparing him to Hercules and Arnie. This had to be discouraging for Lewis. He had been using strong techniques over several attempts, and his opponent was still not tapping. His best attempts at a triangle have fallen short. Time to switch up the strategy. He decided to release the triangle and attack the arm, but his armbar technique was not as strong. Without proper control of his head, Ethan powered out of it and got back to his feet. I mentioned earlier how Lewis seemed comfortable playing guard. You can see that here, where he had the chance to stand up, but elected to butt scoot and engage from the ground. His positioning was still very good, but he had used up a lot of energy and sapped his legs during that triangle attempt that lasted 1 minute and 40 seconds. At this point in the match, there was only a minute and a half left, and Lewis was down 2-0. There was no end to energy from Ethan, who kept pushing to pass. He was being cautious not to fall into any traps, but he was relentlessly moving, constantly grabbing at the gi pants in an effort to control the legs and move to side control. Guard passing is not a glamorous or exciting aspect of jiu-jitsu, and it won't make many highlight reels. Still, it's a crucial skill that opens up everything else. Eventually, Ethan managed to stack Lewis and initiate a double underpass. He patiently moved to the left and cleared the knee so that he could establish side control. The 3 points that he earned were some nice insurance in the final minute. The rest of the match played out with Ethan surfing around in top control and Lewis looking for something from the bottom. I was impressed with both of these guys. Lewis played a slick guard game, creating a deadly trap where most people would tap. He did a fantastic job of using little details to maintain control and tighten the noose. Ethan was ridiculous. His sheer will brought him through a nasty triangle that few people could handle. He followed it up with more energetic guard passing, which earned him an 8-0 win. Congratulations to both of these guys. Please consider liking this video, subscribing, and leaving a comment. Thank you for watching.